Hello, everyone. In this session, we'll be discussing about equivalent sets and equal sets. When do we call two sets are equivalent sets? And in the same way, when do we call two sets are equal sets? So we will try to understand in this session by taking an example. Once we are done with this example, there will be some solved problems and then an exercise. All right. So let's say the two sets are P and Q. All right. So when do we call these two sets equivalent sets? The cardinality of these two sets is exactly same. Then we call it equivalent sets. It's that simple. If the cardinal number of set P, which is n of P, and the cardinal number of set Q, which is n of Q, is exactly same, then we call these two sets are equivalent sets. That's it. This is the only condition. Now, when do we say these two sets are equal sets? If the cardinality numbers are same, cardinality number of set P and Q are equal, and along with this condition, make sure all the elements present in set P are members of set Q. And in the same way, all the elements of set Q are members of set P. So set P and Q will be having exactly the same elements. All right. So this is the second condition. Now we'll just try to understand with an example here. So let's say set P is equal to X such that X is equal to 2n and X is less than or equal to 4 and n is less than or equal to 4 and n belongs to whole numbers. All right. And Q is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right. So set P is in set builder form, set Q is in tabular form. So let's try to convert the set P into set builder form first. So what are the elements will be there here? If you see, n is less than or equal to 4 and belongs to whole numbers. So n values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what will be the values of this? X here, 2 into 0, 0, 2 into 1, 2, 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 3, 6, 2 into 4, 8. All right. So these are the elements. Now, what is the cardinality of set P here? 5. And what is the cardinality of set Q here? Same, 5. So these two are equivalent sets, right? So set P and Q are equivalent sets. That's clear. Now we'll verify that is these two sets equal sets or not. Okay. Are these two equal sets? So let's see that. So cardinality same. The first condition is clear. And now the second condition, exactly same elements. So what are the elements present in set P? 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. What are the elements present in set Q? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If you see here, as per the definition, as per the second condition, having the same elements, exactly the same elements. If you see 0 is there in P, but it's not there in Q. So that's enough to say that they are not equal. All right. Now in the same way, 10 is present in Q, but not there in P. Yes, this is another reason, right? So yes, so we already understand that these two sets are not equal. They are just equivalent sets. Okay. Now one more set here. Let's say R is equal to X such that X is equal to 2n and n is less than or equal to 5 and n belongs to natural numbers. All right. So what are the elements in this set now? So n is less than 5 and belongs to natural numbers. So n values are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now plug in these values in this equation and you're going to get the values of X, right? So what are the values of X here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So what is the cardinality here? n of r is 5. So yes, so R is equivalent to set P and Q because all these three sets cardinality is same. So all these three are equivalent sets, that's clear. But when you're talking about equal sets, if you see P and Q are not equal, that we already understand. What about Q and R? What about Q and R? The elements in Q are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and elements in R are also exactly 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's enough to say that these two sets are equal sets. Yes. So Q and R are not just equivalent, they are equal sets. Agree? So when these two sets are equal, we present it in this way. Q is equal to R. Okay. And if they are not equal sets, then P is not equal to Q. In this case, P is not equal to Q. They are not equal sets. So the basic arithmetic representation, that's it. All right. So we got the basic idea of this equal sets and equivalent sets. Now we'll just work on some questions based on these topics. So one thing that here we can understand, these two equal sets and equivalent sets are also based on cardinality. Yes or no? So these topics are comes under cardinal number and types of sets based on cardinal number. All right. Yes. So the solved problem here. The first question, from the sets given below, pair equal sets and equivalent sets. All right. So some of the sets are in statement form. So D is in statement form here, and A, C are in set builder form. So let's just try to convert everything in tabular form. The first one, n less than 7 and belongs to whole numbers. So what are the possible values of n here? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So possible n values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the possible n values. Now plug these values in the equation x is equal to 2n plus 1 so that we'll get the values of x. So now, when n is equal to 0, x is 1. When n is equal to 1, x is 3. When n is equal to 2, it is 5. When n is equal to 3, it is 7. And then next 9, and then 11. And then at n is equal to 6, it is 13. So these are the elements. Fine. Now, set B, we already have that in tabular form. That's okay. Now, set C. We have to find the values of y, and then we have to form the set. So here n is less than or equal to 7 belongs to natural numbers. So what are the elements here for n? Belongs to natural numbers and less than or equal to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what are the elements here? So when n is equal to 1, so the result is 1. When n is equal to 2, it is 3. When n is equal to 3, it is 5. And then next 7, 9, 11. When n is equal to 7, it is 13. All right. Now, set D. What is set D here? Letters of the word elephant. So E, L, and we are not going to write this E again because already present. Sets will not allow duplicates. So P, H, A, and T. All right. Now, set E is already in tabular form. So we have all sets in tabular form. That's clear. Now, we'll see which are all equivalent sets first. So set A, cardinality is what? 7. Set B, cardinality is also 7. Set C, cardinality is 7. And set D, cardinality is also 7. And set E, cardinality is 4. All right. So based on this, we can say that A, B, C, and D are equivalent. They are equivalent to each other, right? All these 4 sets having the same cardinal number. So that's enough to say that these 4 sets are equivalent. All right. So now, which are equal here? Okay. If we observe this case, set A and C, they are based on numbers, so we can compare these to the possible equal sets that we can consider. So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, exactly same elements. So yes, A is equal to C. Anything is equal to A and C here? Any other set? No. Now focus on B and D. A is present in B. Here also we have A, and then E, E, H, H, L, L, N, N, P, P, T, T. All right. So all the elements present in set B are there in D, and all the elements present in D are there in B, right? But the locations jumble, that's okay. Our focus is on having these elements, right? So the locations can be anything. It's not necessarily the same order, right? So we can consider B and D equal sets. Now, E is not equal to any of this and not equivalent to any of this. That's okay. So these two are equal set pairs. Good. Next. So we have clear understanding what is equal sets and equivalent sets. So now it's your turn. Solve these questions from this exercise. All right. So you, as usual, just pause the video and solve these questions and come back and cross check with your answers. Right? Yes. Now the solutions of this one. First, just cross check all these sets are in tabular form or not. So most of the sets are in tabular form, but except B and H. Set B is in set builder, set H also is in set builder. So let's just try to convert this into tabular form. Right. So the equation is X is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So I think we are familiar with this equation. If you see this is nth term formula of arithmetic progression. Yes. All right. So A and D are given as 1. So X is equal to 1 plus N minus 1. So X is equal to N. That's it. Simple. And this N value is less than or equal to 5 and greater than or equal to 1 and to natural numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the values for N. So for X, right? So the solution set here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Next. What about now set H? This is in set builder form. Now we have to convert this into tabular form. So what is the equation here we have? Here we have a quadratic equation. And now we have to find the solutions of this quadratic equation. So how are we going to do that? We have 3 methods to do that, right? We have factorization, we have completing the square method, and we have quadratic formula method. So quadratic formula is like an easy pick. But here in this question, the splitting the middle term, factorization, is kind of simple. The combination is x squared minus 5x minus 6x plus 30. Yes, perfect. Taking x common from the first 2 terms, we'll be having x minus 5. Taking minus 6 common from the third term and fourth term, we'll be having x minus 5. And then we can take x minus 5 common and we have x minus 6 here. So from this, equating these two to 0, you're going to get x as 5 and 6. So both 5 and 6 belongs to natural numbers. The solution is 5, 6. The tabular form is 5, 6 in a curly bracket. That's clear. So we have all these sets in tabular form, right? Good. So now we'll just try to understand which are all equivalent sets here first. So we'll just take the cardinality of each and every set. Yes. So what is the cardinality of the first set, n of A? 5. N of B, 5. N of C, 5. N of D, 2. N of E is 2 again. N of F is 5. N of G is 4. N of H is 2. So these are the cardinal numbers of each and every set. That's clear. Now, the sets having the same cardinal number, you can conclude that they are equivalent sets. So which are all equivalent sets here? A, B, C, F. This is one pair, A, B, C, and F, because they all have the same cardinal number 5. Now, in the same way, D, E, H having the same cardinal number 2. So this is one pair, equivalent set pair. So D, E, and H. So that's clear. Done? Good. What about this G? So 4 is not equivalent to any of this. So this is the only set having cardinal number 4. Clear? So now we'll focus on equal sets. So we already have the proper filter here. So if you see equal sets can be some pair from A, B, C, F or D, E, H, because the first condition of equal set is having the same cardinal number, right? So now set A cardinal number is 5, set B cardinal number is also 5. Cross check with the elements. Yes, same elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can say that A is equal to B. Now cross check A with C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, E, I, O, U. Completely different. So they are not equal. They are just equivalent. Now A and F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 5, 1, 4, 2. Yes, 3, 5, 1, 4, 2. That's the order is something different, but exactly the same element. So we can say that A and F are also equal, right? And B and F also equal from this combination. So what we can do is we can keep it in a single formation. A is equal to B is equal to F. That's clear. And they are not equal to C. Yes, none of them are equal to C. That's completely separate. That's good. So this is the first way based on cardinal number 5. Now we'll focus on cardinal number 2 combinations, D, E, H. D, the elements are 5 and 6. E, the elements are -5 and -6, so completely different. So they are not equal. Taking H, the elements are 5 and 6. So which is exactly same as D. So D is equal to H. And they are not equal to E, right? Yes. So these two are equal sets now. Now G is not part of equal sets or equivalent sets, right? If it is not part of equivalent sets, it's obvious that it can't be a part of equal sets pairs, right? All right. So this is how we figure out which sets are equal and which are all the sets are equivalent, right? So that's all for this session. In the next session, we'll be working on subsets, proper subsets, superset, proper supersets, right? See you in the next session.